St. Louis is a movie town. We've got everything from the huge megaplex theaters that cater to the blockbusters to the smaller houses where you'll find indie films. You'll find me at both. My name is Dawn Meadows Dixon, and I've been covering movies and working as a film critic for nearly 30 years. I've covered the Oscars on the red carpet, movie premieres, interviewed hundreds of stars, and seen thousands of films. And it's my job to bring a bit of Hollywood glitz and glamour to the Gateway City. Welcome to On the Screen. Hello everyone, I am Dawn Meadows Dixon and welcome to On the Screen. My next guest has won numerous awards over his illustrious career, including an Academy Award for Gandhi. Please welcome to the show Academy Award winner, Sir Ben Kingsley. Welcome.
Hello, welcome. Lovely to be here.
Sir Ben, you play a Sikh that comes to this country and has to work as a cab driver, and he meets this woman, and it changes his life and her life forever. How did this role speak to you?
I think that the screenplay is beautifully structured. A tiny incident or a major incident in her life, the breakup of her marriage literally happens at the back of my cab. And accidentally, she leaves something in my cab that allows my character to return it gracefully.
Who is it?
Darwan Singh Tour for your driving lesson, please.
What happened?
We're moving.
That's good.
They embark upon a learning curve, an extraordinary relationship where although they come from very different worlds, they do perfectly complement each other. She starts the film, Wendy, played by Patricia Clarkson beautifully. She begins the film totally lacking faith in men, finding them monstrously unfaithful and never to be trusted. And the heavens look down on this poor, distressed woman and wonder who they can send to her. And they send this amazing guy who is calm, still, kind, generous, and after the whole film, Patricia's character is able to say, "You're my faith."
Why do you teach driving?
For a better job, I would have to take off my turban, shave off my beard.
People think I look dangerous.
But this is how I know who I am, and here it is too easy to forget.
This story is really all about a chance meeting. I've heard you call it fate, and I'm wondering if in your own life, have you had a chance meeting?
I think that one can have chance meetings, and I know, Dawn, that you're thinking, well, maybe the chance meeting allowed a relationship to blossom for years. Sometimes it's only a day, but yet you allow this person, if you really are with them and are alert to them, if you read the signs, as my wonderful character says in the film, that you can really discover some amazing things in these encounters in life. That's why I love film sets, because every day is different and they're populated by extraordinary skills, but each skill is inhabited by a different human being, and I really love discovering the amazing variety of people that I'm privileged to work with almost on a daily basis.
You know, Sir Ben, I could relate to you in this role. You were teaching this woman to drive, and I had to teach my twin 17-year-olds to drive in the last year. And I've got to tell you, it is heart-stopping. I'm wondering what you learned about yourself in doing this role.
I love my job. I love acting. It is an amazing way to connect with other human beings. And it's in the process of storytelling or acting that I take such joy in connecting with others. And maybe, you know, in the process of that, I stretch some parts of my psyche. I grow a little bit. I think of myself as a portrait artist. I create portraits of people. That's my job. And it's the sheer skill and focus of creating that portrait is at a very exciting journey for me.
Well, Sir Ben, I want to thank you so much. It's a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Sir Ben Kingsley and his new film, Learning to Drive. And just a side note, it's a story about love and relationships. His real love life interest is actually in the film. She has a walk-on part in the grocery store scene, rescuing his on-screen wife. Look for it when Learning to Drive opens here in St. Louis. I'll be back with more on the screen right after this.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to On the Screen. I'm Dawn Meadows-Dixon. Well, as the summer wraps up, we're left with a little bit of everything, from the action blockbusters to the psychological thrillers. Here's my take on the rebooted Man from U.N.C.L.E. and The Gift from first-time director Joel Edgerton.
Did you deactivate the alarm?
Model 7010 doesn't have an alarm.
Loving your work, cowboy.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. is a blast from the past. Based on the 1960s TV show, it's the story of a CIA agent and a KGB operative who find themselves working together to stop a criminal group from making nuclear weapons.
America teaming up with Russia. That doesn't sound very friendly.
We'll leave you two to get acquainted.
I'll let you tag along, but it's in and out, no mess, and we both forget about in the morning.
Directed by Guy Ritchie, who brought us a series of successful films about Sherlock Holmes, starring Robert Downey Jr., this film stars Superman's Henry Cavill, Armie Hammer, and Hugh Grant. And while the storyline will draw an older audience looking for a throwback, the film's two leading men will definitely appeal to a younger crowd.
When you hear something that sounds like a gunshot, drive.
The film's storyline, which at times is hard to follow, is dressed up with slick effects in an attempt to update its 1960s theme. But it distracts from the plot, and while the action is often way over the top, the clever use of humor drives the film forward. Talk about a throwback. I actually saw this film with my family at the drive-in, and that could be why at times I was saying, wait, what? The action was everywhere. This film deserves your undivided attention. It's worth your movie dollar, but not for the restless moviegoer.
Hey, excuse me. Hi. I'm sorry to bother you. I think I know you.
Yeah? I'm sorry, can't place you.
The Gift is a psychological thriller. It's a story of a young married couple whose lives are turned upside down by a secret brought to light after almost 20 years.
But, I believe that a lot of the good could come from the bad,
I hear you.
If you put the right faith behind it. Not to bring religion into it, God, but just to say that the bad things, they can be a gift.
It stars the usually likable Jason Bateman, Rebecca Hall as his wife, and Joel Edgerton as the odd former high school classmate that shows up in the couple's life after bearing gifts but seeking revenge.
I love you, and I love him, and love you guys.
Better
and
speech.
The hell was that?
Not only does Edgerton star in the film, he wrote and directed it, his first on that side of the camera, and he wows. From the way it's shot to the way it's edited, The Gift keeps on giving. Hitchcockian, it works on every level, but feels fresh and new.
Was that it right there?
Yeah. Go, take a look. Wait, here. This.
Welcome home, smiley face Gordo.
How did he get our address?
I have no idea.
There were times in this film that I actually screamed out loud with the rest of the audience. I can't remember the last time that happened. It will remind you of Fatal Attraction, The Shining, or Dial M for Murder. This film has more twists and turns than a roller coaster. What a ride. Well worth your movie dollar. I can't wait to see what this novice director does next. For On the Screen, I'm Dawn Meadows Dixon.